So if you've watched my channel already, you'll know that most of the stuff I put out is educational. And I thought there's not actually much point in releasing that stuff unless you actually show in context how that fits into a true routine. So I thought maybe today I'll film a little bit more of my life, show you what actually happens on a typical Sunday. We have the car show this morning. One of my New Year's resolutions is to actually do other things that aren't fitness related. You get too bogged down and you get too focused on training and it becomes your only pursuit. It gets a bit kind of monotonous, and if training doesn't go well, then suddenly your entire life doesn't go well. So trying to broaden my horizons a bit, do things that I enjoy that aren't necessarily performance related. The event's at Regent's Park, so about half an hour away. Of course, actually in London terms means that it's about 1 mile away, but the traffic here is a joke. So yeah. The longer I've been training, the more I've realised the gym can't be your entire life. It's my passion, obviously, but if it's the only thing you care about, it gets a bit dangerous. I've said this already, but I really want 2026 to be less gym tunnel vision and more hobbies, business, other things that I can actually do to make my life feel a bit more full. Because if you're anything like me, you get obsessive, and then when that one thing isn't going well, suddenly everything kind of feels off. I think everyone needs something they genuinely enjoy that isn't food or alcohol related. Something you can actually look forward to that isn't just adding plates to a hack squat. I was saying to my mate earlier, cars and coffee is kind of perfect. You walk loads. Drinking and driving is kind of frowned upon, so you can't drink. And you're not smashing food whilst you're walking around, looking at cars and chatting to random people, so you just enjoy it. So I'm making more of an effort to go to these. Anyway, that's the car show done. Let's get home. We've got lower B on the menu this afternoon, so let's get ready for that. Meal 2, and then we can get cracking. Okay, so car show success. Back home now. Just about to train lower for the second time this week. Just got through second meal of the day, which was just 200 grams chicken, 100 grams rice, and some veg. Today's lower session is probably the most demanding of the week. We have the Cybex hack in today and the Rogers hip press, which are notoriously heavy and difficult quad compounds. I'll run you through the session. It's at Crayford Weights, which is just on the border of kind of southeast London, Kent area. It's where I train most of the time, probably the best kit in the area, and not too far from me. It's about a half an hour drive, which to people that don't enjoy training probably seems a bit of a trek, but my only options really in Greenwich are Pure Gym, the gym group, and some like dodgy leisure centre down the road. So let's get in the car again and I'll show you the leg session. Okay, so lower B, my second leg day of the week. Starting off with a standing calf raise, 2 sets of 6 to 10 with a lovely long pause in the stretch. Second movement, lying leg curl, loaded in the mid-range. It's my only hamstring movement in the session, so I'm not too bothered about biasing the lengthened or the shortened. 2 sets again in the 6 to 8 rep range, continuous reps, no pausing. Trying to keep my hips pinned to the pad, which can get a bit difficult when the load is heavier, but do your best. Next, into a leg extension. Only 1 set, I don't want to take too much away from my compounds. Pause in the short, full stack, lovely. And then the exercise that I look forward to and dread at the same time, the Cybex hack. This is the newer version, so infinitely harder than the original. Usually aiming for a very difficult 5 rep set on this. And then we go into 2 sets on this Rogers hip press. Low foot stance, as you know if you watch my videos regularly. Continuous reps and just genuine quad pain. I think I sat down for about 20 minutes after this, as my legs were just full with blood and cramping. That's all I do for legs. I train them twice a week with relatively low volume. I always finish my leg sessions with 2 sets on an ab crunch variation or hanging leg raise, and then some posing, which I seem to have filmed in time-lapse mode, so you'll just have to believe me. That's a session. 5 o'clock, let's get home, make meal 3, and yeah, just get on with work for the rest of the day. And that is the lower session done. I mean, truthfully, I always find it quite difficult to film training just because it stays the same every week. I do the same movements, same sessions on the same day, same form, same intensity, everything. So to find ways of making the content interesting is definitely a challenge, but I'm working it out. We're only 3 or 4 weeks into the channel so far. I uploaded like 6 months ago for the first time, but taking it seriously as of late. Hopefully you're enjoying the videos, and thank you to like the 250 people that have followed me over the last 2 weeks. Definitely didn't expect it to grow like it has. Of course, 250 is a small number compared to millions, but 250 is bigger than 0. So we're making progress. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video today. A little less educational than normal and a little more kind of lifestyle based, but hopefully you took something from it. If you've got any questions, as always, drop them in the comments below or drop me a DM. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video, which isn't actually next week. It will be in like 3 days because I'm posting twice a week now.